It was a warm, sunny day in the summer of 2016. My family and I decided to go on vacation to Panama City Beach in Florida for a weekend. So we packed our bags and piled into the car for the day's drive south. My little sister and I sat in the back seats, listening to our music, and I decided to read while we anticipated our arrival there. It seemed like we could not drive fast enough. On the way, my older sister decided to play a game. She plugged in her earphones, turned them all the way up so she could not hear herself, and proceeded to sing. Horribly. It was our task to figure out the song that she was singing. Mind you, we do not hail from a family gifted with vocal talents. We don't even really have voices that are mildly tolerable on a good day. It took us well into the song to guess what she was singing. She passed the headphones around the car, each of us singing worse and louder than the person before. I remember when it was my turn, I had the music up so loud I could barely hear myself think. I knew my screeching was horrible, and I could feel the tickle in my throat as my voice broke multiple times, but I was having the best time ever. Watching the expressions on my siblings' faces as it morphed from confusion into utter hilarity was enough to make the embarrassment worth it for me. As the hours passed and we grew closer and closer to our destination, the landscape around us changed from pine trees to palm, and we could feel the excitement emitting off of each other. We pulled over to eat after hours of driving and had to wait an hour and a half for our food. It was a crowded place, and they had speakers playing the Beach Boys in the background. It was a small blue shack, and it had a huge sculpted crab on the front of the building to attract customers. Despite its charming curb appeal, the service was sluggish, and the waitress we had was rude, and my mother inquired after our food, and the waitress rolled her eyes and turned away without answering, which made my mom, understandably, quite frustrated. We left without receiving our food and went to another restaurant just down the street. As soon as we pulled into our hotel, my siblings and I bounded as quickly as we could into our rooms to change into our swimming suits and dive into the ocean. The sand was powdery soft and warm, slightly chalky when we wiggled our toes in it. We lay for hours under the hot afternoon sun, salt water sticking to our lips and skin starting to redden. Our mother doesn't enjoy swimming. Small fish and other creatures swimming around her feet unnerves her. Somehow, the four of us managed to convince her to come swimming with us. And when we all ended up in a deep spot and the water was so dark we couldn't see our feet below us, unknown to us, a large school of fish had been seen in the area previously in the day. We were swimming in the area where the waves broke, and all of a sudden a huge school of fish was right under us, swimming all around and jumping through the water's surface to avoid touching us. There were so many that they ended up bumping into our legs anyway and flopping on our backs. My mom was screaming, sisters were screaming, and I am halfway positive that all the people on the shore thought we were getting eaten by sharks. Eventually, after all the fish had passed, my mom made a beeline to the shore. She didn't get back in the water after that.